What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about Armies on Parade. Armies on Parade is something that I have been entering for years now. I'm a Warhammer fan. I've been doing the hobby for a long time. And I've never really had a problem with Armies on Parade. I always thought it was a good event. I always thought it was a lot of fun. And it was definitely something that I enjoyed entering and was almost like a final raid boss for every project that I would do each year, which happened to be a new army every year. The problem is, this year I didn't do a new army. I didn't get one done. And that's okay. It's not a big deal. It just means that I was definitely not going to win. And more importantly, I definitely wasn't really keeping my hopes high. And at the end of the day, I actually didn't win when I entered. Now, I entered the in-store event. There is two events. There is the online event and the in-store event. I entered the in-store event. I did not enter the online event. I don't think that I have what it takes to enter the online event just yet. I think I'm still not there as a hobbyist and just in general. However, I definitely do have some degree of, I guess, stake in whether or not I would win in a store event. I think if you cull the pool down from some of the world's best painters, I have a little bit more of a chance. But nevertheless, I went this year anyway with my half-baked armies from old events, and I decided to just enter for the sake of it. Now, I wasn't expecting anything. I just wanted to help the competition and give a lot more options available. And like I said, I didn't end up winning. However, there were two standout armies. Not one, but two. And this was the problem. Because these two armies were by far the best painted armies there. They stumped me by a lot. They definitely did better than everyone else who was far below my army's level and also below these guys by a million miles. These are some professional award-winning painters that came in and showed off some of their gorgeous armies. And I love that. I love seeing a good army. I love seeing one that deserves a win, and I love seeing them get wins. I'm a big supporter of both of these individuals. They are both fantastic people. I know them personally. They're lovely, lovely people, and I always support them. Now, this is where I have the problem with Armies on Parade. It is entirely reliant on a moral honor system. What do I mean by that? Well, there are no judges. This is not a judged event. This is not a event that was put forward like results-wise by a professional. This was an event run by a group of individuals who left it to public opinion because it is a public store and it is a corporation event. It's not got a panel of judges. So with that in mind, the court of public opinion exists and it relies entirely on foot traffic. It relies on people coming to the store and getting foot traffic in to vote on the actual coolest armies there. Now, this means that you're generally open up to some people who don't know what good painting is and might not understand the technicality of certain armies, which can certainly be the case and can certainly happen quite often. However, this is something that is also able to be abused, because if you know that you're a regular there and you know lots of people that go there and you know lots of friends or family that are able to go there on the day, what you can do is you can ask them to vote for you. And then even if you win, even if you are versing someone that should win, and you've entered something that should lose, you can win, right? So it is, again, honor system driven. And this is sort of something that I think happened this year. Now, obviously, I have no solid proof of this, but at my local store, I think this has happened. because one of these gorgeous armies, these professional painters that have shown up that I support a lot, won his category. He came first place. And the second individual, who had a phenomenal army, gorgeous, probably the best painted overall out of the two of them as well, did not win. He came second. And he came second to what is one of the worst visually displayed armies there. One of the worst armies in that category by far. And honestly, it was incredibly disappointing to see. I don't think there was a worse army there in that category, and yet that person won. They didn't just come top 3. They won. They completely trounced everyone else. And this is where my, I guess, I don't want to say conspiracy theory, but this is where my conspiracy theory about them cheating has sort of come into play. I think that they have gotten a lot of people to come vote for them, and it's really disappointing to see, because there is no debate. There is no possible chance that someone mistakenly thought the other one was better. Out of all of the entries there, this person had no chance of winning. And yet they won. That's what's so upsetting, and that's what's so devastating, because it really does make me wonder if Armies on Parade, as a store-driven thing, needs to change the way that they do their votes. And needs to change the way that they allow voting to happen, maybe with a public vote reward for best overall, and then an actual judges panel vote on each individual army that has entered the actual event and each category. Because it is really, really disappointing to see, especially when, you know, the store owner as well as the 2 best painters there, excluding me of any of that, also finds it incredibly shocking that someone that has a potato-looking army wins. Now, I'm not bashing this person for putting in the effort. They did the effort, they made the effort, they tried, and they entered the event, which is really lovely, and it's props to them. But I think that everyone in this community and everyone in this hobby should support the idea of fair and reasonable success, that we can all enjoy the hobby knowing that everyone has a fair chance at showing off their effort, and that everyone that has an objectively fantastic job done is given that distinction. Because I find so much disappointment that this was completely ruined with this event. I don't know if this happens everywhere else in the world. I don't know if this happens all over the place. If you guys can let me know on whether or not this is a frequent thing, please do let me know. Because seeing this happen this year kind of really bummed me out. And it really made me think that it's not really worth trying to put in an army for Armies on Parade next year. Because what are the chances that I enter and I've put in hundreds of hours like I used to, like I did last year, and I lose because someone had more friends come in and do a dishonest voting system? I don't know. Either way, let me know. Leave a comment below if this is something that's happened to you, or you've witnessed this happen to, you know, some fantastic painter at your local store. Nevertheless, I appreciate all the love for you guys watching all the way through to the end. I just wanted to talk about the disappointing Armies on Parade this year. and hopefully tell you a tale that is potentially relatable and that you can tell me more about yourselves to your tales and your thoughts of this same concept down below. Nevertheless, leave a like if you liked, dislike it if you dislike it, subscribe as I have daily videos coming out every single day, and I'll see you in the next one. Much love and farewell.